هذا مستر سعيد أبو اللبن من شركة ساندفاين ديب باكيت انسبكشن. رح يقدر هو يشرح أكثر بخلال هالربع ساعة الأخيرة عن البرودكت، وإذا في أي شيء استفسارات بتخص البرودكت أو أي شيء خاص بالنسبة لشركات أو كيس معينة ممكن تنطلب من الأورجانيزم من شباب نت واتش لنقدم البرزنتيشن أو الديمونستريشن أو أي كيس ستدي موجودة لحدا معين. سي سعيد.
Thank you very much for your time and thank you for the introduction. So I'll try to make use of the time as much as possible. So just quickly, who's Sandvine? Sandvine is an innovation leader. We're the market leader in DPI business. DPI is a major network function now. It's mainly used for different purposes that can be for security reasons, for business intelligence, and it depends on the use case. We'll go through that. We're a Canadian company. We're founded in 2001, around 700 employees based out of Waterloo in Canada. And actually, we have even presence in Beirut. So what does actually DPI do, or what does Sandvine do? Right? So the whole idea is we try to help operators and our customers in general to deliver smarter networks. And by smarter, we mean that we deliver better quality of experience for the end customers. We help the customers defend themselves against attacks. So basically, we provide them a network equipment that will learn how to attack back. All right? It provides meaningful insights and business intelligence. It can provide customer engagement, where you can engage back with your customer through different channels. It provides different kinds of services. Those services can be monetized, or it can be used for security purposes. And of course, it provides a lot of efficiency for your network to save the network resources. So I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with DPI in the room, but just a very high level. DPI basically is, think of it as a switch or a network equipment where actually you feed it with business rules or a set of conditions, and you pass the traffic through it, and then those set of conditions, if they are met, then there will be actions. The actions can be, again, related to different use cases. So some of the use cases are business intelligence related. Other use cases are related to traffic optimization. And here we're talking about traffic management. We're talking about managing legal and illegal traffic, VPNs, WhatsApp, VoIP calls, stuff like this. Cybersecurity, again, detecting threats, protecting the network against threats. And this is actually a very innovative field here. There is a lot of innovation from Sandvine in the network security part. Subscriber engagement, where you can communicate back to your customers. Subscriber services, where you can actually monetize your network and get to know what your subscribers are doing, whether that's for legal purposes or for monetization purposes. And business services, it allows you to resell this service to your end customers. So if you have enterprise customers, you can resell this as a service. Those are some of the public references. So we're deployed in networks as big as Telefonica, Comcast, Clear Sky, Etisalat, and of course, as we have other low-scale, small-scale deployments, we cover regulator deployments, operator deployments, and so on. So basically, the idea of the presentation, I just want to walk you through what is actually shaping the network for 2020. How do we see the network is going in 2020? What are the major forces? So the way we see networks are growing is actually 5G is a very big driver. It's driving a lot of throughput. It's driving new standards, new elements, and so on. And of course, when new standards they come, new threats they come as well. NFV and SDN is something that targets improving the efficiency and how the network scales in and scales out. Encryption is becoming more and more available for big and small players, and this becomes a problem for lawful intercept. It becomes a problem for charging. It is a problem for any data provider. Cyber threats are becoming more complicated, and again, the frequency of the threats is becoming extremely high, and the scale is very wide as well. Internet of Things, everything is now being connected, and even it will be connected more in 2020. Over-the-top dominance, all those applications, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, all of those applications, over-the-top applications, they will becoming even more dominant, and they will take over existing ones. And by default, when you look at this, you will think of what can we do about those in terms of security. How can we protect ourselves? How can we protect our customers and the agencies against that? New competition and new technologies will come up, and this is mainly Wi-Fi satellite. And again, a big problem, which is the eSIM, which is multiple identities behind the same device. So it will be really hard to track the subscriber or to track the end user, what's going on, what is he doing. So our strategy is actually to tackle all those points. For the 5G and for the NVSDN, we've been working in a virtualization infrastructure for quite a long time, and we adopted a DevOps model, where actually the appliance itself, it becomes part of the development. So you can, while you're operating it, you're actually developing on the box itself. So you can implement changes on the fly. Encryption, we are using a lot of machine learning to overcome encryption issues and to understand cyber threats and deal with those. For Internet of Things and OTT dominance, we've been working with our partners to try to understand how we can protect connected cars and different Internet of Things devices that are out there, and try to understand their signature and their behavior so that we can protect them. And of course, same for OTT dominance. For new competition, machine learning plays an important role in understanding what is an identity, especially if there is multiple identities that are behind one SIM card. Okay. So our virtualization story is goes back to 2014, where actually currently we're deployed in tier 1 mobile operators, where we're crossing more than 100 gigs through our virtualized infrastructure, capable of scaling in and scaling out. This is something that is really important for your network to adapt to demand, and this demand can be even instantaneous demand as a security threat or an attack, right? And at the same time, adapting a DevOps model where you can react on the spot to issues that are happening in your network. Machine learning, we adapted machine learning we started working on machine learning around 2 years back, right? And the objective over here was, how can we tell or how can we differentiate between different services? So how can you tell your Viber message, your Viber? How can you tell what is a Viber voice call from what is a Viber video, from what is Viber text, right? So this comes through machine learning, and this is quite important because of agencies. So usually enforcement agencies would need to understand what's going on here in the voice to make sure that they have ally or they have control over it if they cannot ally it, right? And from the cybersecurity side, right, we actually came up with a technology where we can, it's a deception technology, where we can deceive the attacker at day 0. So when there is an attack that is happening on the network, or when there is a scan that is happening on the network, so I can actually deceive the attacker at day 0, so that I make the attack extremely tough for the attacker to happen, or the the attacker to find a vulnerability within your network, it will be extremely tough. We've been working with a lot of OTTs. Actually, we're integrated to Facebook, for example, where we provide to them an API, and they feed us all their information. So we don't expect our customers to go and have this integration between them and different OTTs. We are managing this on their behalf. And of course, for the Internet of Things, again, we're doing exactly the same concept, where we are working with our partners in the industry to understand different OTT, to understand different Internet of Things devices, and how we can recognize them and help the customers to protect them. Right? Connected cars and security of connected cars is becoming a big issue, and everyone has been talking about the technology, but no one thought about how we will protect it. So this is something that this is a project that we've been working on. And personalization and quality is something that we really care about to improve the customer experience, to reduce the churn. And we have a set of products that address the personalization and improving the quality of experience through traffic management. And of course, last is virtualization on its own. It brings an opportunity for service providers where they can resell their network infrastructure as a service, as a managed services to where they can resell their infrastructure as a managed service to their own customers. So we have a story over here as well, and we have a prepackaged product for that. So we are available today if you want to get more information about Sandvine and the technology in general, or if you want to have a technology discussion, we're available today. And you can always visit our website, sandvine.com, and you will get all the information that is in. Right? So thank you very much.